this is John Byrne with Poets and Quants. I'm here in Boston at the Cyclorama for our CentreCourt event, back with Guess the School. Okay, here's a really cool school, one of the all-time greats in America, so I just gave you a clue. It is not only a top 25 research university in the United States, it's a top 25 MBA program, but here's the clue. It's also top 25 in all-time wins in football, women's basketball, and men's basketball. Okay, second clue. This school has a course that brings students to over 20 different countries in the world, including Rwanda, Nicaragua, and Bosnia. Final clue for you, here it is. Current MBA students in this program, and this kind of blows my mind, have almost 300 years, that's right, of military service in the US and Korean militaries, including over 57 years deployed. Can you guess the school? We're going to bring on the Director of Admissions for Graduate Business Programs at...
I'm Kristen McAndrew from the Mendoza College of Business at the University of Notre Dame.
Well, welcome. Okay, so what, if you had to tell a student what's the most distinctive thing about the Mendoza MBA program, what would it be?
It's our mission. And this is something you and I have talked about before, John, but this is something that is distinctive about the university as a whole and very much part of the Mendoza mission at the business school as well. We believe very strongly in the idea that business can be a force for good in the world. So a student who comes to the Notre Dame MBA often is going to be surrounded by classmates who share that mission and share that vision, and also is going to constantly have that mission reinforced in the classroom. We talk a lot about ethics at Notre Dame. We are always asking students to consider the triple bottom line, not just what is the most strategic and profitable business decision here, but what impact might that decision have on our community, on our employees, and on the greater world. So we talk a lot about ethics at Notre Dame.
And I'll say this is not a newfound mission.
Yeah.
This is something deeply rooted in the school and a tradition of Notre Dame.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is there right in our founding. Cardinal O'Hara came to Notre Dame and said, I believe that business can be a force for good in the world. It's on the wall as soon as you walk into the business school, and it's something we're mindful of every day, not just in one ethics class, but in the way we teach every day.
Okay, Notre Dame, one of the most beautiful campuses in the world. I think that if I went there, I wouldn't want to stray too far from it, but nonetheless, you have a course that brings students all over the world in many far-flung countries. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. The course is called Business on the Front Lines. Now, I will say our students travel in all kinds of ways and all kinds of experiences, but Business on the Front Lines, I'm glad you asked about, because it actually blends the travel experience with that mission that I was just talking about. The course is called Business on the Front Lines, or affectionately BOTFL on campus, because it goes into areas that are recovering from war or conflict, or recovering from natural disaster. And the idea is not that we go in and for 1 week do community service. The idea behind Business on the Front Lines is that there are real business solutions to some really serious problems around the world. So students will spend an entire semester first in the classroom looking at the situation. So for example, last year we had a group of students who were looking at a really tough topic. They were looking at child sex trafficking in the Philippines, and thinking in the classroom with a faculty member about how to tackle this issue, then going boots on the ground into the region to look at possible solutions, to work with long-term partners like the US military or like nonprofit organizations that will be there long-term. And then they come back to the classroom and they think about how their solution might work, they evaluate, they write things up, they document, and then they put things in place with those long-term partners so that this can have a long-term impact.
I'll tell you, what I love about that is how closely aligned that is with your mission. Many schools have global immersions of one kind or another, but very few are tightly wound like this with the purpose and the mission of the school. Now, there's another fact that is really intriguing, and it's the number of years of military service in the current enrollment of your MBA students. Nearly 300 years of military service between the U.S. and Korea. How can that be?
We are really proud of this at Notre Dame, and I will tell you the tradition continues with the incoming class. About 15% of the class will be veterans of the military. Notre Dame has had a long-standing tradition with the military, from Father Corby blessing the troops at Gettysburg to even during World War II, when the troops were heading out all over the world, and colleges and universities were struggling to maintain enrollment. Notre Dame trained the officers on campus, and the Navy really kept Notre Dame afloat. I don't know if you see what I did there with play on words. Anyway, but the Navy really did. They kept Notre Dame afloat during World War II, and so we have great mutual respect and a great partnership with all the armed forces, and we believe those veterans to be real models of excellence in the classroom, and we love the fact that we can often help a veteran make a transition into a new role once they step away from the military. So it's been a great partnership and something we will continue for a long time at Notre Dame.
That's great. I also feel that's aligned to your mission as well, and it's rooted in your history. So it's not a Johnny-come-lately idea to teach ethics and integrity to help others in the world, or to bring military vets and help them transition to civilian life.
Absolutely, and we benefit as much as they do. If you go to the Basilica at Notre Dame, it says over the door, God, Country, Notre Dame, and those veterans bring a shared ethic to us at Notre Dame. If you think about servant leadership, if you think about working together as a community for the greater good, or because you believe in something, these students in the military, you know, what do we teach in an MBA program but leadership? And these students come to us with incredible backgrounds in leadership, so they benefit us as much as we do them.
Kristen, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to talk with you always. Take care.
Okay, Notre Dame Mendoza College of Business, there you go. Thanks for joining us.